While state regulators and oil companies wrangle over MTBE, some Californians are cutting gasoline out of their lives altogether, opting to drive electric vehicles. The state has mandated that 10% of new cars be so-called zero-emission vehicles by 2003, and major automakers debuted a number of EVs this year. Reporter Jeff Hoffman spent a day with a San Francisco family trying to work an electric minivan into their lives.
All right, now, Jeannie's picking you up in half an hour.
It's breakfast time at the home of Steve and Willa Bronstein in San Francisco's upscale Noe Valley district. The couple have 2 young sons, so the logistics of getting to work, school, and the grocery is a big part of daily life.
Because I have to go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But morning conversation here hasn't quite been the same since February, when the Bronsteins decided to sell one of their 2 cars and lease a Honda EV Plus.
The person that's driving the furthest within the range of the EV on that particular day is usually the person that gets the EV, because it's much cheaper to run, and we just want to put as many miles on it as possible.
That might seem counterintuitive, since the EV Plus goes only about 100 miles on an overnight charge of its nickel metal hydride batteries. But Steve, a bassoonist for the San Francisco Symphony, says that's more than enough to meet their needs.
It's very rare that a day will pass when we drive more than 75 or 80 miles, which is well within the range of the car. The farthest we've gone in a day is 72 miles, and still...
The EV Plus dashboard provides continually updated information on charge and range to make sure the driver doesn't get stranded. Honda does provide free towing with the $450 monthly lease, but the Bronsteins have yet to use that service. Today, Willa will drive the EV to a Berkeley clinic where she works as a part-time X-ray technician. Steve goes to get the EV ready.
Push the button. Close the little hatch. And we're ready to go. That's easier than stopping at a gas station.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I haven't stopped at a gas station since February 27th.
The EV charges with a paddle connected to an industrial-strength device the local utility installed in the Bronsteins' garage. The car looks like any well-designed vehicle, though it has a pack of batteries and an electric motor under the hood, where the internal combustion engine would be. With the kids' lunches under control, Will is ready for her commute.
Ready for the big boom? Here it comes. We're ready to run. That's it.
Indeed, the first thing one notices riding in an EV is how quiet it is. There's just a gentle whirring noise, so drivers and pedestrians often don't hear you coming.
Steve and I have both tried to be very aware when we drive the car that people are programmed for a certain rumble of an engine, and that you don't have this rumble, and you're not programmed to listen to this high-pitched sort of dentist squeal of this EV.
Willa says she's been extremely happy with the EV, which is surprisingly powerful. But she concedes that because of limited size and range, the car isn't for everyone.
You do have to have a certain driving profile for this car to work for you. You have to be in-city people.
And the Bronsteins aren't about to give up their internal combustion habit altogether. For long trips and vacations, they still rev up the Volvo.
Hopefully they'll figure out a way to make these batteries a little more long distance.
That advance could be a number of years away. While technology is improving, batteries remain the Achilles heel of electric vehicles. The batteries alone in the EV Plus cost $20,000, more than a third of the vehicle's theoretical sticker price. Automakers are heavily subsidizing their pilot programs in order to get consumers to lease EVs. In the afternoon, Steve goes out for some errands. The EV is getting a lot of attention, and that's another difference when you drive an electric. People honk, wave, and ask all kinds of questions.
Yeah, the motor's going?
Yeah, want to hear me rev it up? That's it.
How is it when you're driving? Is it fast? I mean, can you go 60?
Oh, sure. It's electronically governed to go no faster than 86.
With more than 2 years still to go on their lease, the Bronsteins say they want to keep the car, but Honda wants it back for research. For the California Report, I'm Jeff Hoffman in San Francisco.
70 to 80 in that range.
Mind if I ask? How much?
$450 a month.
Hey, same as my Suburban.